This is a book talk by Brad Kerwin. The subject of my book talk is Margot Lee Shetterly's story titled Hidden Figures. This is a non-fiction story and was written in the year 2016. In this story, our main characters consist of mathematicians and human computers Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughn, and Mary Jackson, who work together at the Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia. The story is about these three black women who fought against both racial and gender discrimination and used their math skills to achieve spaceflight during the space race in the 1960s. It takes place in Virginia, where they grew up, went to school, and worked at Langley for both the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics and later NASA. Virginia during this time had a low-ranked education system, and Katherine Johnson was very smart. Her teacher knew she needed a way to show her skills. There were many smart kids, but Katherine, serious and bespectacled with fine curly hair, made such quick work of the course catalog that Claytor had to create advanced classes just for her. He created these classes so Katherine could work to the best of her ability. Discrimination followed the three from school until their careers. They were forced into their own table in the Langley Research Center cafeteria and had to use a separate bathroom. They did not like this rule and frequently chose not to obey it, and as time went on, people became more tolerant of this, even though the rule was not completely removed. They stayed strong in their work and at meetings, which Katherine was previously told. Girls don't go to the meetings, Katherine's male colleagues told her. Is there a law against it? Katherine retorted. There wasn't, in fact. She was a math genius and would not allow others to push her aside. The three used their math skills to make history in the world of space travel. Even though this occurred during a time when racism and gender discrimination were prominent in the United States, these three women became major successes in a widely male-dominated field. From the beginning, these three women were at a disadvantage. They were black women who grew up in a state with low-quality public education. They faced discrimination in their schools growing up and lived through segregation. Despite all this, they never lost sight of what they wanted in life and made their dreams come true. The space race was an intense competition with other nations, but NASA was dedicated because space exploration would bring an unprecedented opportunity to expand the body of human knowledge about the universe. The attempt at the first successful spaceflight was a big moment in history, and everything needed to be perfect in order to make it work. So how exactly did these three accomplish their goals despite everything that tried to bring them down? The only way to find out is by reading the book. I enjoyed the story, and I know you will too. I give it an 8 out of 10 because of its detailed depiction of how no goal is reached overnight, and it discusses the obstacles faced along the way. If you feel as though everything in your life is getting in your way, you'll learn from this book that nobody has it any easier, and that this story is a great option if you want to feel inspired. Similar to the book Black Feminist Thought, this story's main characters are black women. They face racial and gender stereotypes throughout their lives, but they don't let it stop them from following their dreams. They overcome these setbacks and become spaceflight legends.